Once again, Destined to be Goblin goes international. We've got 4 more flavors of Lay's International Potato Chips, and this time it is an all seafood flavored episode. I am not looking forward to this. Welcome back, Goblins and Goblinettes, to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. This is where I will try a food product of some kind, maybe something you didn't even know existed, and I will decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. All right, we are doing another international episode today. I went back to my international market and I found 4 more flavors of international Lay's brand potato chips. These are all, as I said, this is an all seafood episode. These are all seafood flavors. If you've been watching any of my previous international Lay's potato chip videos, you know the least success that I have been with the seafood flavors. So I'm a little concerned about how this one is going to go. I also want to take the opportunity to give a shout out here to another channel. If you have not discovered him yet, check out the channel That's Rank. Chris over at That's Rank does some fantastic food reviews. He has reviewed some of these international flavors of chips as well. His descriptions are incredible. He is incredibly funny, and his descriptions are so much better than mine. So if you haven't found him yet, check him out. I will put a link to his channel in the description of this video, so you can be sure to catch all of his videos as well. We are going to start this off here with spicy crayfish flavor. So you can see the little crayfish right on the package there. These are 190 calories for half of this bag. So these are all from Thailand. These are all products of Thailand. So let's see how spicy crayfish goes. Now, I will start this off by saying that I love seafood. I love shellfish. I'm just not sure about the artificial seafood flavor, the artificial shellfish flavors. In the past, when we've seen those added to potato chips and snacks, it hasn't gone well. So here's the crayfish, spicy crayfish flavor. That smells nothing like crayfish, which I think in this case is probably a good thing. This is bizarre. That actually smells kind of like maple syrup. I have a strong feeling it's not going to taste anything like maple syrup. But there we go. Just a regular Lay's potato chip. The flat chip, no ridges on this one. Let's give it a shot. Spicy crayfish is the flavor. This is neither spicy nor does it taste anything like crayfish. There's the tiniest little bit of heat that builds in between each of these chips. There's also a faint aroma of shell when you eat these. Not necessarily a taste of anything, but you sort of get that aroma just in your mouth of maybe like if you've just come out of a seafood restaurant, something like that. These are not terrible. I just don't know why anybody would eat this if you're looking for a snack and you want something with some flavor to it. I don't know why you'd choose this. These are not bad. I can tolerate these. They're not overpoweringly fishy or anything. That's the thing that I'm kind of concerned about with some of these. But they're also not a great flavor overall either. So I don't know about that one. I do have Monster Mug loaded with some nice cold water here. I have a feeling I'm going to need this. All right, sticking with the shellfish there, we are moving on to fried crab flavor. You see that nice big crab right there on the package. Now, I will say that When I do these international videos, I always wear my Singapore shirt. I actually did get this in Singapore. I did get a chance to visit Singapore. When I was there, one of the things that Singapore is known for, their national dish, if you will, is Singapore crab. I had Singapore crab. It looks similar to something like that. It was fantastic. So I do love shellfish. I especially love crab. And I'm hoping that this one comes through with some good flavor here. Fried crab flavor. These are 161 calories for this package. So, not 160 calories, 161. Okay, this one also smells like nothing, which again I am thankful for. So there is a look at those fried crab chips in this package. These are much larger than those spicy crayfish, which I guess if you think about it, crabs aren't much larger than crayfish. So, okay, maybe that's a little subtle thing added in by Lay's. I doubt it, but here we go. This has a little bit more of a seafood flavor to it. It has a little bit more of a spice to it also. These aren't supposed to be spicy. I'm not sure what that spice is. These are very similar to the crayfish flavor. I mean, if you give me a choice of bags of chips as a snack, knowing what these flavors are, I would never choose this because there's just not that much of a flavor to any of these. This could be so much worse, so I am thankful for the fact that these have a very mellow flavor, very mild flavor. Well, this is another one just like the spicy crayfish. This is very, very similar to that spicy crayfish flavor. So, I don't know. Let's move on. We've got 2 to go. Okay, this one, as you can see, doesn't have much English written anywhere on this package here. So, this one is... let's see if I can get the calorie count on this. It's 160 calories for half of this package. And fortunately, there is a little bit of a translation here in the back. And these are rock scallop butter garlic flavor. That's a mouthful. Okay, I'm not detecting any garlic aroma off of that, but I do see that these are the ones that have those little ridges in them, which I really like. I love the texture of these chips. I wish more of the Lays that we get here in the United States were of this texture. I do love this texture. Here we go. These actually have a mild sweetness to them. One of the things that I have noticed, I've said this in the past on some of these videos, these international flavors do tend to have a little bit more of a milder, mellower flavor than the overall bigger, bolder flavors that we get here in the States. This is another case of that. Very subtle. Nothing garlic about this at all. Rock scallop butter garlic flavor. Nothing garlic, nothing scallop, nothing butter. Again, these are all products of Thailand. I really like the texture on these. These are the best of the 3 so far because of the texture. I was kind of dreading doing this because I thought, really, if these are all seafood flavors, these are going to be awful. So far, none of them have been that bad, but they certainly have not been great. Okay, and then finally we come to grilled squid flavor. That is this bag right here. Look at that squid right there, all nice and grilled up. These are, well, I'm not going to be able to tell you how many calories are in this one because there's no English at all on this package. So other than where it says grilled squid flavor, that's all we've got as far as English goes. Let's just give this a shot. Now, I do love squid. I love calamari. This has an interesting aroma to it. would not have expected that to be a grilled squid aroma. We'll see. These are much thicker, a lot wavier. So you can see just by the look of the bag, these have a different look to them than those other chips. So grilled squid, here we go. This is the biggest flavor out of the 4 that I've tried so far. That one almost looked like a squid. I don't know that I'm getting grilled squid. I feel like they just kind of threw some spices on all of these chips and just picked the description out, picked the seafood out and said, let's call it that. These are definitely not terrible, but again, you give me an option of this or plain Lay's potato chips, I'm gonna take the plain Lay's potato chips. Just the plain Lay's alone has more flavor than any of these. All right, well, those were the 4 types of Lay's International potato chips that I had to try this time around. They were all seafood flavors, so I was a little concerned about what we were going to get out of those. I will say overall, I'm going to give that a 1-star seal of approval. None of them were terrible. None of them were great. But they are a different option. If you want to try something from a different part of the country, you should be able to pick those up in your local international market. And I'm going to give these a 1-star seal of approval. Well, there we go. I survived a round of Lay's International potato chips that I was kind of dreading because of the fact that those were all the seafood flavors, and I've had some very bad seafood flavors in the past. So this round was not terrible. I do have more. I will be back with more of these videos to try some other types that I have found at my international market as well. And I will catch you next time.